Hey everyone. So obviously, I don't look like my normal cheerful self right now. And there's a reason for that. I just filmed a 40-minute reaction to Spaceless, the new JesBible short film, only to realize my microphone wasn't on and it didn't record any audio, which was awesome. So that video is awash and lost. And I thought, oh, I can just film it again. That was a lot of work, but whatever. And then I was like, you know what? My reactions are not going to be as genuine the second time. So I'm just going to film this now and just kind of talk through it, talk through my reactions. Did I cry? Yes. Will you be subjected to some sniffles? Probably. Okay, probably. But here we are. The short film is obviously, like I said, Jes and Bible, who are the new pairing under Beyond Cloud for their show 4 Minutes, which was supposed to come out last year, but you know, if you're a fan, there's controversy. It didn't. It's coming out, I think, this year. They released this short film before, which I think was a really good idea because it kind of gives you a taste of how they're going to be together as a pairing. I have obviously seen Bible act before because I watched Kin Porsche, but I had never seen Jes in anything before, so I was curious to see how they were going to be together. And I was also really curious to see Bible in something where he gets to play just like a normal person because Vegas is a very unique character, as we all know. And of course, the short film opens with emotional devastation, and Bible's character, Garn, I think is his name, pardon the pronunciation, is in a hospital bed. Yay, cheerful. And we hear the like beep beep of a heart monitor, so it's immediate emotional devastation. And then we get a little flashback to 2012, the year 2012, and they are both actors. Jes's character is named Tool, I think, and like I said, Bible's character is named Garn, and they are auditioning for a show, and they get paired up and they're doing this little workshop together and they're teasing each other, and it's really sweet, and it seems like they're really getting along and like building camaraderie. I don't know. Anyway, they get the role and it flashes forward a few years, and they filmed several seasons of the show, and I guess it seems to be doing well. And this whole time there's this thing where Tool is like, oh, your hands are always clammy when we hold hands, and Garn's like, oh yeah, haha, it's like, just don't, it's nothing. And then we get a little voiceover where Garn's like, they're claiming because I love you, and I'm like, oh my god, what the heck. And so he's been in love with him this entire time, which is emotional turmoil part 2. And then he said, and I also found out that there's like something's wrong with my heart, and so we get more emotional turmoil, which is awesome. And then I think there's another time jump, I think like 2 years, I don't really remember, and they're both sitting by a river and it's beautiful in the sunset. They basically have this heart-to-heart where Tool's like, I want to quit acting because I've accomplished everything I want to accomplish, and I want to quit and get married and have children. And Garn's like, well, what about me? Like, I'm your acting partner and I don't want to quit acting, and if you quit, like, I can't really pair up with anybody else super easily, and I'm gonna have to quit. And Tool's like, come on, you're so talented and we're super famous and you're gonna be fine. And then, oh my god, makes me sad just thinking about it, when Tool's basically like, if I keep acting with you, it's gonna be the most selfish thing I could possibly do because I know how you feel about me. I've always known, and I can't be stupid anymore and pretend I don't, and I can't keep putting you through this because it's not fair, because I don't love you like that. And he's like, I do love you. I love you. You're like a friend and like an important person to me, but not the way that you love me. And that was intense. And so Garn's like, why'd you have to pick now to start being clever? You've been stupid for so long. Why can't you just keep being stupid? And then I'm crying. Not right now, but I was crying in the moment, and I'm getting emotional again. But anyway, Tool's basically like, well, I want kids and I want a wife, and you can't do that for me, so I'm gonna quit. So then Garn gets up and walks away. Then there's another time jump, and it's 3 years later, I think, and Tool is sitting outside of Garn's house, where he for some reason has these like bus terminal waiting area chairs outside his house. Anyway, so that's where they are. Garn's like, oh my god, you brought your wedding invitation. And I'm thinking, Garn, you are so much more graceful in this situation than I would be. If Tool knew I loved him and he quit acting to go get a wife, and knew I loved him and then was coming around bringing me a wedding invitation, oh my God. Oh, I would be so emotionally devastated. But then Tool has the audacity to be like, I want you to not just come to the wedding. I want you to be a groomsman. Excuse me. Excuse me. Anyway, Garn handled it much more gracefully than I would have. And he was like, well, I can't come anyway because I'm filming a series. So he still gets to be an actor, which is awesome. And Tool's like, oh my gosh, if you knew you couldn't come anyway, like, why'd you make me ask? And Garn's like, just knowing you wanted me there is enough. And I was probably still crying at this point. Anyway, so we get another time jump and we're in a hospital and Tool's wife has a baby. Garn is there, which again, wow, he's a much better person than me. I'm not saying I'd be pitching a fit and screaming or anything. I would just not be there. I would just have removed myself. I don't like to torment myself like that. It would be a lot more convincing if I hadn't just spent my free time emotionally tormenting myself watching this movie for fun. But then again, what do I know? I'm not Garn, so who knows? But anyway, so they're there and there's the baby and Tool is making all these jokes about Garn being in love with him because Garn is saying he has heart problems and Tool is like, oh well, yeah, when you love somebody who doesn't love you back, you have heart problems. And I'm like, Tool, is this your emotional trauma to be making jokes about right now? That is so rude, in my opinion. Anyway, Garn takes it well and he laughs. So I'm like, whatever, if he thinks it's fine, that's all that matters, is that he thinks it's fine. And he's like, no, I seriously, I'm having problems. I had to get a surgery and they say if my heart like acts up again, then I'm probably gonna die. Tool's like, oh, come on, your heart is so strong because it loved me. And again, I was like, you're out here, can you claim this turmoil and trauma? Like, what the heck? And then we get another time jump. And this is the one that really got me. And they don't say how long it's been. The kid's a little older. It can like walk and talk. The kid can walk and talk and she's like a little person. She's not like she's not like 2. She's, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6. I immediately knew where they were as soon as they went there because I know what graveyards in Thailand look like. And they were at I guess I'm not sure if it's called a graveyard, but I'm calling it a graveyard for lack of a better term. And as soon as they were there, I knew. Oh my God, I knew. And here come the tears again. Oh my gosh, it was so sad. They go up to this grave and then the little girl asks, Daddy, why does he have my name? Clearly, even though I'm not reacting to it in real time anymore, it's still kind of affecting me. And oh my God, that was when I just like broke apart basically. And then they have a flashback and it's to Garn in the hospital and it's what we saw at the beginning where he's hooked up with the cannula and he's clearly not doing well health-wise. Tool is there and Garn's asleep. His eyes are closed and Tool is like, I named my daughter after you. Ooh, that part really got me, obviously. Anyway, and so that's basically the end. There's like a couple more shots of them at the graveyard and then they walk away and then it's the final credits and all of that. But talk about emotional devastation. Oh, this is editing me back. I had an appointment, so I had to run before I could really finish all my thoughts. But now I'm kind of happy because it let me kind of marinate on the story a little bit. I'm really still thinking about the end. So at the end, there's the scene where they're at the graveyard and Tool reaches out and holds his daughter's hand and it flashes to him holding Garn's hand in the beginning when they were newbie actors. And then it flashes to them by the lake when Tool says, if you allow me to love you so much, I can love you forever. And I would love somebody who is an expert in Thai to comment if that's like the most accurate translation, because that's not really like how an English speaker would say that. Like it would be more like, if you like let me love you this much, then I'll love you forever. Or if you let me love you like this, I'll love you forever. That kind of ties back into my thoughts about the title, which is Spaceless. And that could mean it could be about Garn. He never has a space in somebody's heart the way that Tool has a space in his heart. So he is spaceless. Tool just lets him occupy a piece of his heart, but only in the way that he wants Garn to be in his heart. Like, I can love you like this, and that won't ever be enough for you, but that's all I've got. The end seemed more hopeful than that, though. Like, I took it as a really bittersweet ending, but it ends with like kind of hopeful music. They're walking away into the sun, like Tool and his daughter and his wife. And I mean, I guess to be fair for them, it is a happy ending. It's just not a happy ending for Garn, I guess. And he gets to live on in the daughter, sort of. And the daughter will love Tool, but not in the way that Garn did. And Garn will never get to love Tool the way he wanted because Tool never felt the same. I don't know. I have a lot of complex thoughts about this, but I would love to hear what you think about the title Spaceless, about the end, about naming the daughter after him. And maybe it's some kind of wish of like, if Garn had been a girl, everything would have been different. I don't know. I don't really know if that's what the story was trying to say. That's not really the vibe I got. But I would love to hear all of your thoughts about this because I clearly have a lot of them. So this was editing me. Quick jump back to less emotionally stable me. So I have zero doubts in their ability to play convincing and good performance in 4 minutes. Not sure what the plot's going to be, but they can clearly deliver on the emotional front. It just made me more excited to see them together, honestly. But what about you? Did Spaceless make you more excited for 4 minutes, less excited? If so, why? Oh, excuse me. When did you think about Spaceless? What was your favorite part, least favorite part, most emotionally devastating part? Where'd you cry? Did you cry? Let me know in the comments. Clearly I cried. Just let me know what you thought in the comments. There's going to be the little subscribe, other video, whatever, but I don't know. Leave a like, share with your friends who also cried. I'm going to go cry some more, clean up my makeup. I don't know. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Bye.